Hello. Oh, one sec. Hi. First message of the day. It's okay to take a minute to be ready, to get ready, to feel ready. And even then, you might not be all the way ready, but it's okay. Okay. Let's tap into the energies of the day. Feeling clearing. Yes. Yes. Today is the greatest day I've ever known. Can't live for tomorrow. Tomorrow's much too long. I don't know the rest of the words. What is that song? Back. It's an old one. Back in the day. Okay. Let's see what the Arcturians have for us today. I hope you are well and rested and choosing love everywhere you go. Because love always chooses you. But it's a collaboration. And so you gotta meet love halfway. Illusion. The illusion is any old truth that no longer is true. We've got this seemingly perfect making sense. Everything's got its place, its space, its way, its balance. And then this tiny little piece of new information comes in, and now it's time to reassess the whole thing, because where's this going to go, right? So you need to reconsider. The old illusion gets shattered because this new piece of information comes in. So this could be something about a new piece of information that's coming in, right? Scientific method is a thing is true until it is proven otherwise. And that means that anytime new information presents itself, the whole thing needs to be reassessed to see what the new truth is. So, let's see what the runes want us to, what area we are considering. Where is this new information coming from? This could be internal, external information that comes to us. You know, we think we know about gravity, and then something comes and defines gravity, and then we're having to reconsider it, right? Or frequency, vibration, living your world separate and as one, and then suddenly seeing proof of some kind or another that we are all connected and we are all one, and this forces us to reconsider our truths. Truth is something that evolves as we do and expands, because we are ever evolving and expanding. So too do our truths, right? What we think we know to be true. Same with people in our lives. We can think someone loves us or doesn't love us, and then we find evidence or declarations or whatever. We find out that the opposite is true. And so everything that we thought was true wasn't, right? It's no reassessing. Now our truth shifts. Okay. Which rule wants to come in on this? Get in on this combo. In today's messages. Perthrow. Okay. Well, Perthrow is a good omen. It's about going within and recognizing and trusting the connection. It also, with your third eye, sorry. It also has the key here. This is the key to your truth, right? You have the key, an ability to perceive, and your free will has something to do with it also, somehow. So let's look at, where is it? Perthrow, might as well. Good omen, fate, the unknown, initiation, and the occult. Deeply mystical rune and deals with the fundamental mysteries of the universe, such as the flow of individual and collective fate, right? Like you can think that the world is happening to you, and then you discover that it is a little bit more complex than that, and the world is responding to you, and that shifts a lot of things, right? The arrival of Perthrow in a reading is a good omen if the outcome is yet unknown. Yeah, we don't know. It represents individual choice interacting with faith. Fate. Ooh, but faith came out because it's important. The trust, right? Underlying joyfulness. So it is the joyfulness of the unknown, the anticipatory excitement. And you can't get that without faith, right? You have to trust that all things are working in your favor to be excited and joyful about what's to come. Otherwise, it's fear, right? Otherwise, it's worst case scenario. Otherwise, it's the other shoe dropping and all those things. And so your strength lies within your ability to trust the unknown. Boom. Yes, because there is also this underlying current. When you are coming from a fearful place, looking into the unknown with fear, there is uncertainty and insecurity in self, right? Because if something bad happens, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna be hurt, I'm gonna be worst case scenario, right? But if you are coming from a place of love and faith going into the unknown, then no matter what happens, that's moving confidently because you trust that it's all for the good of all, right? It's for the best possible outcome, even if in the moment it doesn't look like it. It's this faith that is just a stepping stone, whatever that is, right? So when you are in love, you are strong. You are emboldened is the word I want to use. And so this is good. This is a movement into the unknown with strength. Okay, and we've got this balancing, this uniting of the sun and the moon, but also the harnessing of the action power. And this is kind of beautiful with this lion here. Lions typically representing the sun, right? And so it is harnessing your strength. It is choosing things that empower you. It is stripping away the illusion that you are weak, less than, unworthy, undeserving, and empowering yourself with the knowing that you are all that and a bag of chips. Okay? You are all that and a bag of chips. That is a 90s, is it? Is it a 90s saying? Probably. Okay, we got the 2 cups. We can make it if we try. Just the 2 cups. You and I. Isn't that how it goes? Okay, 11:11 on the timestamp. So that's something. Okay, so this is the 2 of Cups. This is divine union, balance, beautiful, gorgeous, reciprocation. This is 2 people coming together and being seen and held, and they're safe and they're empowered and they are reflecting each other and bringing out the best in each other, which promotes an up leveling, a super sizing, right? When you are living your best life in a pot and you are big and beautiful and overflowing and abundant, and then you get transferred into rich nutrient soil of the earth with no pot in between you and Mother Nature, and you are parked beside a gorgeous other, then all of a sudden, you are going beyond your limited confines, right? Especially if you don't know, you think that in the pot is life and you made the best and the most of it. And then this movement, this expansion is like, wow, oh, my roots aren't hitting a wall. I can, what are these other roots? Now I'm communicating with other things in the mycelium structures and and ooh, hi. Oh, you have berries, I have berries. Let's put our berries together, and now we've got many berries. I don't know. What are they doing? They're cultivating, they're cross pollinating. They are gorgeous. Okay. Something about fertilizing. One fertilizes the other. I always go to my blueberry bushes. Okay, but this was something that happens after you release all of the doubts and fears, right? All the things that hold you back. You gotta let those go. You gotta let those go. And the 10s are the ends. So this is the end of that. And it is your faith, right? This is your doubt. This is the old illusion that you strip away. And maybe this is that speck that comes in that blows everything out of the water. Somehow blows everything out of the water. Oh, the devils wanted to come out. So this is also shadow version. Okay, this could represent the 2 halves of yourself. Well, it doesn't. It represents 2 separate cups coming together. And to be an overflowing cup, you are balanced with your light and shadow within each cup, both of them, so that when they come together, this is why it's gorgeous, because they're both integrated and powerful. Okay. So this shadow version, this is what you needed to overcome or still need to overcome. This, I want to say it's the illusion of limitation, the illusion of stuckness or stagnancy or, well, it's all linked to your limiting beliefs, right? You believe yourself to be confined. It's like that saying people always say, and I'm always just like, I don't think it's as good of a saying as people think it is when they say the sky is the limit. It's like, why is the sky the limit? Why are you limiting me? There are no limits. The sky, there's the stratosphere, there's space and beyond infinity, right? Infinity is the limit. That's better. I don't want the sky to limit me. What if I want to fly, right? What if I want to build up high? Anyways, why did I go there? Limitations that are thrust upon us and discovering that it's an illusion. Something like that. Okay, but the doubts and fears, these are the things that limit us. It's also this tendency, I want to say, the shadow tendency to cap, right? To say, this is it. This is as tall, this is as high as I can go. The sky is the limit, right? And I'm here. So that's it. We're done. And I feel like the truth is there are no limits, right? Well, I guess there are some, but you know what I'm saying? Like, this is about expansion. And with expansion, there are no limits. At least nothing that will bind forever. Okay. Ships coming in might show you more than you are able to perceive. This is the thing, right? When you are stuck in a pot and you think that that is your boundary, that's as big as you can get, right? Think about a root ball. You know, it's just curling in on itself and it starts to take shape of the container that it's in. Does the plant, is its truth that this is it? This is how it has to be and live and thrive and survive, is in this container. And then when it is removed from the container and put into earth, and the roots start to expand beyond what it's ever known, it's like, well, now it is free to bloom and grow in ways and beyond confines than it's ever thought possible. So there's something about that. And this is the way, right? We can get very locked into a reality and hold that as, this is my life, this is the truth, this is how things have to play out in order for things to run smoothly, or for my vision of success to hold, or whatever the case may be. And then this new bit of information comes in, and it is just like this, whoa, and it's the expansion, right? This thing that comes in that makes us reassess everything that we thought we knew, redefining our truths. Okay, so there's something about something coming in that is going to redefine your truth. And I mean, it's heavily linked to this Two of Cups. So this is partnership on any level that you desire, right? So business partnerships, companionships, just the right fit, the perfect balance. The other blueberry plant that, because when you put two blueberry plants together, then they produce a lot of fruit, right? I just have one right now, and it gives me 4 to 6 berries every year that I've had it so far. And they never, they're always just these little, like, I call them my token berries. They're just like, I berried, there you go. But never eaten one, because they're just like, how can you eat this little tiny, it looks like a dried blueberry, it's so small, right? But I know that if I were to put it beside, introduce, or whatever, another blueberry plant, the both of them would prosper a lot better than if they were alone. Okay, so we've got a page and an ace. So look at this new energy flying in here. I feel like this is the new piece of information that's going to make you reassess a lot of things. Okay, so this is something that you are speaking and thinking into being, because there needs to be a connection with what you speak and what you think, right? We can speak things all day, but if we're thinking the opposite, it's not happening, right? And vice versa. And so this internal collaboration, it's a mirror to your external collaboration with the universe, right? And it is both an internal and external. There's all kinds of interplays and cooperativeness in the whole universe. Okay, and then we've got this spark of inspiration, this light, this match, this flame. And so it could be that what you are speaking and thinking into being is this spark of inspiration, divinity, spark of something. You're sparking something with your words and your thoughts. So you could be doing all kinds of things. This could be the spark that's lighting things on fire, like blowing things up to let them go and to release. This could be a spark of um, inspiration that you're going to light, that blows up, your creativity, your passion, lighting your passion on fire. Okay, it's also giving me your words catch fire. So when your thoughts and words, there's power in it, right? And so think of it as like you're speaking and thinking, and sparks are flying, and everywhere the sparks land, little fires start. And these are cleansing fires, healing fires, um, inspirational fires, releasing fires. You could be this in other people's world, right? You could represent the what is it? Exception to the rule, right? Where somebody is like, this is how the world works. And then you're like, hi. And then they're like, what? Well, this is how the world works mostly for most people, right? But still, there's new information coming in and disrupting the illusion, their illusion, right? And I feel like whoever you are drawing in, whatever you are drawing in, they are very much the same in that way. You know, it could also be where, you know, this thing happens to somebody and then they're like, oh, actually, we're the same. Dang it. Or, woohoo, let's hang out. Let's hang out and make magic together. Okay. So we've got confidently moving forwards. Okay. So knowing that you have this power, and this is going to help you to release this, because knowing your power, you know and are aware that you bring in and you empower what you think and what you speak. And so you don't want to give power to these things, to limiting to beliefs, to doubts and fears, right? To anything that comes up against your joy. And so you move. This is kind of like the tentative confidence, right? It's like, because it's a page, yes, because it's a page, pages are like apprentices. They are not yet a queen or a king, right? They're not yet, or an emperor or an empress. They're not yet the master of their abilities, but they are so. This is like the empowerment that comes after the 10 of Swords. You get the page, right? You get this empowered confidence because of everything that you've overcome. You wield, or you forge, this new sword based on your past experiences, right? A recognition of I guess this necessity of those past limitations and the need to break free from them in order. Something about the swords of the past representing limiting beliefs, doubts and fears, things that we hold back, our truth, all of these things. We needed to know and understand the deficit of these things in order to recognize the value of them. And this is part of this forging of the sword of truth. It's like the melting down of your past experiences that empower you. And bolden, I love that word. To move forward with confidence in truth, right? This recognition of your power and just the power of overcoming, right? You overcame this stuck, held back energy. And this is you moving forward from there gorgeously, speaking your truth and cutting away anything that comes against it, but not in the sense of like you're not open to alternative information, right? You're still doing the scientific method where you think you know what is true, and then your truth is constantly expanding as you are expanding. That process is still happening, but it's coming from a place of you moving forward confidently versus you being stuck, pinned down, and the shadow version of you, right? You're not enlightened to your strength. Okay. I was just gonna say anything more about these ships. They're coming in. They're coming in fast. And it's a direct result of this, right? Not moving, moving, right? And overcoming. So this is still, we still have these doubts and fears come up. It's about what we do with them, how much power we give them, what we feed them. Do we let them run rampant and wild? No, we are in control now, right? And so by being in control of your thoughts, this is like a recognition when a doubt and a fear rears its head and is like, I don't think you can do that. And you're just like, cha, I know I can, right? Or we're going to find out either way. But no, what if you fail? Yeah, but if I don't try, then I'm failing. So it's either a guaranteed failure or a 50% chance that I might succeed, right? And just that change, that is part of your expansion. That is the illusion of stuckness being blown out of the water. You have the power, taking back the power. This is your key, right? The sword of truth is your key to your own destiny. Okay. 25 might be of significance. And love might be of significance. I was just looking at this key because I'm like, oh, look, because suddenly this looked like a little keyhole. But then I'm like, well, the key doesn't go in that way, so that doesn't work. And then I noticed that it kind of looked like a 25. It's not going to look like on there because that's backwards, but to me, it looks like a 2 and a 5. And then the lovers came out. Okay. So, love. Yes. This is the difference between love and fear. Fear immobilizes you. Fear keeps you stuck, small, not taking risks. Love, truth, confidence moves you, emboldens you. I'm gonna say it, okay? Also, this 2 of Cups, it's gonna be something that you love. It's gonna be based in love. It's gonna be for the love, something that brings you joy, that is balanced, reciprocating, mutually beneficial. This is why both of the cups supersize. It's like the yin to the yang, right? If yesterday's reading, the structure came up. And so it was about the bare bones, the foundation. It's just like the king and queen of Pentacles, right? The king is the foundation, the space, the place, the bones, right? The structure of the thing. And then the queen of pentacles is the fleshing out, the rest of it. And so in this situation, a a collaboration or a divine union can look like that light and shadow that balances each other out, right? The too much structure, not enough meat, flesh, too much bones, not enough flesh, and not enough bones and too much flesh, right? And then when they come together, there's this balancing out, and they create a whole body of love, a whole body of love. Okay. So even in business ships too, this is like somebody who is really good at promoting, supporting, um, PRing, whatever, like booking gigs and stuff like that. And then there's somebody who is good at just showing up and making magic happen, right? And then the two coming together creates an empire of gorgeousness, of love, right? Of love, yes. Okay, anything else want to come out today? It's just like, everybody jump. Okay. So we've got your spiritual garden tending. Yes, this is part of this process. This is the grounding. This is the balance between your physical and your spiritual, because we are spiritual beings having a physical body. Having a physical body. Yes, that's what I came across, this piece of information where we are coming into a time where we're trying to join. Part of this ascension is to join the spirit in with the body more cohesively. Right now, the spirit exists kind of above us somewhere, and we're having to go through these channels, right? And I think the goal is to unite, to bring the soul star chakra into the heart. Maybe, I don't know, we'll see. We'll see, come back in some time and we'll see. Okay, and then we've got your divine spirit team cheering you on, leading you, supporting you on the other side as much as they can. They want that. They want to be able to create this connection for us to have access beyond the sky, right? Okay, and then we've got the work. So, okay, let's read these together because they came together. So, your spirit team is so proud of the work that you have done, okay? And this work is producing its own kind of luck, its own kind of overflow. These micro decisions and changes and choosing of love in every waking moment that you have. When you are choosing, you are always choosing. And when you are choosing love more than you are choosing fear, this is the work, right? To recognize, to be conscious of what you are choosing. And this has made you one who is sovereign, someone who is confident in themselves and able to enjoy the fruits of their labor, right? Which is this luck overflow coming through. It's like you work really hard to tend and fertilize your garden, and then you get a season or a period of time where you can just be in your gorgeous space that you created, and that joyful, loving, gorgeous feeling that you feel from the sense of accomplishment of this work that you have done, right? I think that's the motivating factor of all the work, is the reward, the sacred exchange, right? Most of us work in exchange for money. And so it's like, fine, I'll do this thing I don't really want to do, but I do want the money that is in exchange for it. And so, because with that money, then I can do something that I want to do or that I love or whatever, right? Where was I going with that? Doing things for sacred exchange. Yeah. And same with the garden. Yeah, it is the creation of the garden and the but it's also, we plant these plants because we want to see them bloom. The bloom is this, right? This is the bloom. And we work for the bloom. Yes. Okay. Something like that. Ooh, and when we put it like that, this is the work side, right? This becoming the master and claiming and overcoming the shadows, the darkness, the integration, this recognition of the power of your words and your thoughts and your divine spark. This is the work that is highly celebrated by your spirit team. Okay, and then on this side, we've got your ships coming in fast, bringing overflow and luck and gorgeousness so that you can sit and be gorgeously, independently in it. Yes. Okay. And what else? What else? Oh, architect, architect, the builder, an architect. Yeah. Architecture. Yeah. And I mean, we can just throw houses up, just make boxes, or like look at Gothic cathedrals, right? It's like every piece of it is over the top, right? This attention to detail, each little piece contributing to the whole. Excuse me. Confirmation release. Every little piece being part of the whole. Attention to the details. Okay. So first the vow came out. And there is a diamond on it. And then the offering, the king, and the forest jumped out after that. Look at this color and gorgeousness. Okay. And this offer, the offering, and then the king here has the palm open with a rose in it. Look at all this masculine, solar, sacral, and root chakra energy. And then the forest is gorgeous. Okay, let's see what everybody has to say. Okay, where are we? What do we got? This one. This little tiny book. Okay, the vow. Let's see. It is a 54. The promise, the oath, the contract. When the vow is spoken, the air shifts, karmic ties are formed, and destiny tilts on its axis. Our words and intentions have immense power. There is a reason the great mythic stories of our past often include the recitation of oaths and the mixings of drops of blood as a mark of union. The tricky part is that reciting the vow, no matter how casual, activates the eternal and unseen forces of the world. The ancestors bear witness. The laws of nature respond. These promises cannot be unsaid or forgotten, so breaking them can leave lingering complexities and loose ends. This card calls us to acknowledge the vow we are living by, consciously or unconsciously, and either recommit to it or create a ritual that signifies its closure. You've been underestimating the power of your promises. Ooh. Well, and this could be part of this truth expansion, right? This recognition of the sparks that you emit when you speak your truth, and when it lines up, right? And creating these unconscious vows. This is the power of your words, right? Okay. So, when in light, bearing witness to the shift towards destiny. Beautiful. When in dark, unconscious vows, unkept promises, and messy karma. Yes. Yeah, you can get stuck in a karmic loop. How do you know if it's karmic? It drives you crazy. It makes you crazy. It makes you feel like that, like a. It should be like this. It should be open palm. Okay, let's see. We've got the offering, which is a 64. The gift, the present, and the sacrifice. Unlike many of the other cards in the deck, the offering carries a clear as day message and a call to action. As you may have guessed, it is time for something to be given and given up for the sake of the bigger picture. If nothing comes to mind immediately, though it likely will, take time in meditation to consider what must be offered and who is to receive it. It's likely you'll feel attachment and hesitancy. You'll make excuses, but recognize the link between the word sacrifice and the word sacred. One leads to the other. When we offer up something to the greater good, we lighten our load and become more able to serve. Imagine for a moment if you were to offer your whole self unconditionally to the world. For now, start small. When in light, generosity, donation, and volunteering. When in dark, given with expectations and keeping track. Okay. Then we have the king. Although I just opened up on the lovers and then the queen. Okay, the king. The ruler, the commander, the emperor. What else has he got on his fingers there? Is that a tiny little seed or is it a rubber ducky? I don't know. You're not going to see it, that thing there. Okay. If our lives are imagined as a kingdom containing the entire spectrum of human experience, the king presides over it all. Through the lens of the king, we assess the state of our land, make decisions, and rule accordingly. Therefore, the king must be thoroughly and regularly vetted so as to avoid corruption. Recognize the dual nature of the king. He is either seated in benevolence and strength, guiding you towards peace, or he is oppressing the weak out of a need to control. There is not much middle ground. Some think of the king as the ultimate expression of the ego, yet the great kings of mythology and history serve from an egoless place. They take their throne with grace and humility, knowing the divine uses them as a channel to heal deep and long-standing discrepancies in the kingdom. Okay, when in light, benevolence, divine leadership, service, and nobility. When dark, aggression, misuse of power, and corruption. I like that. Leaders needing to be vetted to ensure that they're not tyrannical. We could use that. Okay, the forest, the woods, the thicket, the jungle. Consider for a moment your earliest memories of the forest. It's likely to include all the mythic dynamics of this archetypal space. A little fear, a little enchantment, perhaps losing your way, perhaps discovering a secret mystical treasure. Such is the magic of the forest. It requires first that you enter it, and then that you get lost within it. You may think there is a path to lead you straight through, but soon enough you will be on what is known as the pathless path. There are tricksters here, dense foliage, and entanglement, but equally present are the glimmers of fairy light and friends among the trees. You're on an adventure now, and there's no turning back. So embrace the dim light and the moving shadows, whether literal or imaginal. Brave the forest and get lost, getting found. Gorgeous. I feel like this is part of this movement, right? Fear can keep us stuck, this fear of the unknown, but confidently moving through the forest. Yes, there are dangers, but there are also treasures. And you're not going to be able to prove your strength by overcoming the dangers and discover the treasures unless you are freed from any confines keeping you bound. When in light, magic abounds, childlike wonder and adventure. When in dark, concealment, density, and savagery. Okay. Beautiful. So you're being asked to sacrifice something, sacrifice the old version of yourself that was disempowered, so that a confident version of you can move forward. Because there's gorgeous things here. And this is basically, you're doing it. You're doing it. Just be wise and just. Just be wise and just. Right? This is about not that you are better than anybody else. You were just given this position. So be good. Rule from love. Something like that. Okay, let's get some love messages. I'll zoom down here, over here, so it's not loud. Okay. We've got cooperative components that are working in your favor. This is part of the unknown. Remind yourself you are not heading into the unknown alone, even though you may be, right? There are cooperative components working in your favor on all the levels. Okay, let them love you if they want to. Let them leave you if they want to. Don't hold too tight to either. Freedom for all is the goal here. Take bold action from the heart space when it is divinely guided or it lights a fire inside you. You feel it. This is the sovereign yes, right? The thing that first instinct, that inner voice, the soft, subtle nudge from your higher self that's saying, yes, go that way, before your brain tries to take over and convince and argue and disrupt, or whatever, right? You are worthy. This is the underlying thing that you are learning about yourself. This old way, this was unworthiness, was one of the swords holding you back, right? I don't deserve this. I can't have this. I wouldn't know what to do with it, or whatever the way that your ego and brain uses to manipulate you into frozenness. Okay, we got true love here. I mean, it looks pretty true lovey over there. So let them love you. Let them love you. Let someone else do for you. Just because you can do everything doesn't mean you need to. Let somebody else love you. Let someone else love you. Okay, we got Speak Your Truth coming out. Beautiful confirmation. Gorgeous. And feel it to heal it. Yes. Just like you need to feel it to heal it, to release it, right? If an emotion is coming up, recognizing it, speaking your truth is also about holding space for yourself to acknowledge your truth, right? You can say, okay, my truth is as I feel disempowered, right? And then your intuition, your higher self, your this message, whatever, right, is like, no, you are powerful. You are what you think you are. And it's like, okay, but you needed to establish what your truth, where it stands, in order to know how to adapt it, to change it, to alter it, to expand it. This is why speaking your truth is important, even if it's wrong, right? It's still your truth. And by sharing it, you allow the opportunity to expand, right? So somebody's like, actually, it's more like this. And then you're like, okay. And now you are taking the new information, applying it. It makes sense. Yes. And now your truth is expanded. And so are you. Okay? Yes. There's the reading. I don't know how we got even longer today, but there it is. Okay. This tending, keep balancing, taking bold action when inspired, recognizing the power of your voice, checking in to be sure that you are leading from a place of good of all, right? And not, I want to dominate the world. And we've got stuff coming in here. Okay, and whatever's going on over here is gorgeous. It's gorgeous. So, yes. Um, Good omen. This is what this is about. Trust it, believe it, feel it, own it, celebrate it, love it. Continue to offer up old versions of self, old ways of doing, feeling, and being for the new to be. Okay, love and appreciate you. Wishing you all the luck and the love that you deserve. See you next time. Bye for now.